Ronald William Howard was born on March 1, 1954, in Duncan, Oklahoma, to actor Rance Howard and actress Jean Spiegel. From a remarkably young age, he was immersed in show business, appearing in his first film, Frontier Woman, before he could even speak in full sentences. His family's move to California in the late 1950s transformed his childhood into a blend of scripts, tutoring, and constant stage work. Though surrounded by creative energy, he faced financial uncertainty and the pressures of Hollywood expectations. These early years laid the foundation for a life both extraordinary and deeply demanding, becoming Opie Taylor. In 1960, the premiere of The Andy Griffith Show introduced 6-year-old Ron Howard to audiences nationwide as Opie Taylor, the embodiment of innocence. While adored by millions, he quietly endured the emotional cost of constant public attention. His father guided him to act honestly, not cutely, even as Ron often felt trapped observing the world from a small room near stage 40. Childhood experiences like these taught him discipline, but also created isolation, a feeling that would quietly follow him into adolescence. His innocence became a performance, and his personal freedom remained out of reach. Growing pains and hidden anxiety, life in Hollywood often demanded performances that masked personal struggles. During filming for The Music Man in 1962, 8-year-old Ron whispered to Shirley Jones that he could not master a dance routine. Clever camera angles captured only part of him, hiding the anxiety from audiences. His school years were a split between Burbank classrooms and rushed on-set tutoring, creating a childhood fragmented by work and expectation. Even outside the studio, he navigated pressures to perform and behave beyond his years. Though outwardly cheerful, he carried private challenges few could see, shaping a sense of responsibility that would follow him into adulthood. Rising stardom with Happy Days. By 1974, Ron Howard had secured his second defining role as Richie Cunningham on Happy Days. The show brought immense popularity, yet he increasingly felt trapped inside a character that remained untouched by the real world's complexities. Though millions adored him, he longed to explore his own identity beyond the silver screen. The role required a polished public image, leaving little room for personal growth or mistakes. At 23, the contrast between his external success and internal struggle became evident, motivating him to seek an alternative path that would allow him to reclaim control over his life and career. The turning point. Directing Howard's desire for autonomy led him to directing. In 1977, an opportunity from Roger Corman allowed him to step behind the camera with Grand Theft Auto, marking the start of a new chapter. This transition offered creative freedom but introduced a different set of pressures. Directing demanded endurance, decision-making, and the ability to balance artistic vision with logistical realities. Yet for Howard, it also became an outlet to process the strict discipline of his childhood and adolescent years. His directorial career soon flourished with films like Night Shift, Splash, Cocoon, and Willow, proving his versatility and resilience. Balancing career and family. Despite his professional success, personal life challenges weighed heavily on Howard. In 1991, while filming Far and Away in Ireland, he spent 6 months away from his family, leaving his wife Cheryl to care for their newborn twins, Jocelyn and Bryce, alone. Returning home, he faced the heartbreaking reality that his children barely recognized him. These moments forced him to confront the sacrifices he had made in pursuit of career achievements, revealing a tension between work and fatherhood that he could not ignore. The experience left a lasting emotional scar that would shape future decisions. Managing success and burnout. Howard's directorial projects often demanded extraordinary commitment. The filming of Apollo 13 in 1995 exemplified this, with 612 zero-gravity sequences and 18-hour workdays over 90 consecutive days, ultimately leading to his collapse on set. The experience highlighted the physical and emotional toll of filmmaking at the highest level. While audiences saw compelling stories on screen, Howard bore the unseen burden of exhaustion and responsibility. These moments reinforce the cost of perfection and the dangers of relentless dedication, further emphasizing the personal sacrifices entwined with his professional triumphs. Repeating patterns and reflection. Despite efforts to balance career and family, Howard found himself repeating past mistakes. During Cinderella Man in 2005, he once again faced long periods away from home, reinforcing the belief instilled in childhood that he had to constantly prove his worth. Each absence reminded him of the compromises he had made for success and the moments lost with his children. These experiences deepened his understanding of the hidden costs of fame and creative ambition, prompting introspection about priorities and the lasting impact of work on personal relationships. Family struggles and emotional weight. Howard's private life has been profoundly shaped by his family dynamics, particularly with his younger brother Clint. Sharing a childhood within Hollywood's demanding machine, Clint faced addiction challenges, surviving a critical ultimatum in 1990. Today, he contends with a life-altering illness, a reality Howard finds deeply unsettling. Accustomed to problem-solving, he confronts a battle he cannot fix, revealing the limits of control in personal matters. The struggles within his family underscore the tension between public success and private vulnerability, highlighting the weight of responsibility, love, and helplessness he carries into his later years. Reevaluating priorities and legacy. As Howard turns 71, he reflects on a career filled with accolades and a $200 million legacy, acknowledging the cost of decades spent telling stories for the world. Public recognition contrasts with private regret as he recognizes moments he cannot reclaim with his children or fully address within his family. In recent years, he has openly confronted these truths, sharing memories, regrets, and the struggles that shaped him. His introspection highlights the balance between legacy and personal fulfillment, illustrating the challenges faced by those whose lives unfold under constant scrutiny and expectation. Lessons learned and a life reclaimed. Howard's journey demonstrates the interplay between professional brilliance and personal sacrifice. From child actor to acclaimed director, he has navigated fame, burnout, and family hardships, learning lessons about presence, patience, and prioritization. His openness about past regrets offers insight into the hidden costs of Hollywood success and the resilience required to confront them. By reflecting on choices, absences, and relationships, he emphasizes the importance of intentional living. The story of Ron Howard reminds us that behind every celebrated public figure is a private human experience shaped by triumphs, mistakes, and enduring love. A legacy beyond the screen. Ultimately, Howard's story is not defined solely by films or awards, but by the humanity behind them. His journey reveals the tension between duty and desire, fame and family, and achievement and regret. By speaking openly about past challenges, he reframes success as a combination of professional accomplishment and personal presence. Howard's life encourages a reevaluation of priorities, illustrating the profound impact of small, everyday moments. In embracing both triumph and loss, he leaves a legacy richer than any Hollywood accolade, a testament to living fully, learning deeply, and cherishing the people who matter most.